Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Gosh, it's been a busy time lately, but I'm loving the look of this puzzle. It is a Ferris wheel by Jobo. It was even better in the original, but the green circle that Jobo had drawn didn't come out on transferring into the software, so I had to kind of hand draw that myself. But it is an absolutely fantastic idea. Do have a go at this puzzle. There's quite a few different rules, but they're all fairly familiar ones that we're used to on the channel, so do have a look at that. Now, coming up on the 1st of November on Patreon, we've got a new Sudoku hunt that I'm really looking forward to bringing you. That should be excellent, and yeah, we're really looking forward to that. That's going to be out on the 1st. Do join us on Patreon for that, and don't forget all our apps are available on the links under the video. You can go to our gas apps, the original sandwich or classic Sudoku apps, and they are all out. And don't forget the links under the video also include Sven's Sudoku pad and our merchandise. And they include a link to the Discord server. Now, AI seems to be everywhere right now, even interfering with our Discord server, apparently. If anyone notices anything odd about that, let us know. And nonetheless, the first link under the video is to this puzzle. As I say, it's called Ferris wheel. Jobo has done some brilliant puzzles before, and really like the look of how this one came out, and I'm not at all surprised. Now, what are the rules? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we'll be putting 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and of course every 3x3 box. Along thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb end. I chuckle because these thermometers are so thought as to preclude my favoured method with thermometers, which is filling in all the candidates. Digits on between lines, that's the really long skinny lines with the circles on the ends. So the digits on them must be between the digits in the attached circles on their line. So if those two were a 2 and an 8, these would have to be selected from 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. They could be repeats. Adjacent digits along the green line. So any two adjacent digits on the green line have to have a difference of at least 5. That's a German whispers rule. The purple lines are Renban lines, and they're two straight 7-cell lines, one there and one there, and each contains a set of consecutive digits with no repeats, obviously. Yes, it says in the rules, lines go straight where they cross, so you didn't need me to tell you that. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Those separated by an X must sum to 10. Not all dots, X's, or anything else are necessarily given. But this puzzle is given to us by Jobo, and it's very much worth you clicking on the link and having a go at it. Let's get cracking. I don't know where we start with this. Okay, I do know where we start. 3 things I know about German whisper lines, and there's a big old, the longest line in this puzzle is German whisper line. 1 is 5 can never go on it. 2 is that 4 and 6 can only ever go in positions where there's one possible neighbour that can't see another similar one. That was really poorly explained. If you were to put a 4 there on the line, those 2 cells would both have to be 9. It's the only neighbour for the monogamous 4, and that's impossible. So don't put a 4 or a 6, I reckon, in any of these positions. But the other thing about the line is that it must alternate between high and low digits, and that is what I'm going to be doing now. Colouring the high digits in a bright green. No, colouring the alternate digits in a bright green, and colouring the other alternate digits in a purple. Now, I do suspect the green digits are higher because they're at the top ends of these tiny thermometers. And the purples, there's only a... Oh, no, sorry, it's very obvious which is high and low. I hadn't realised. It wasn't obvious to me, it was obvious to you because you're smart. But I was sitting looking at this thermo and going, how do I know which is the high digit and which is the low digit? It's a thermo, Mark. So the low digit must be on the bulb, and they must be the 1, 2, 3, 4 type digits. And I hope I explained when I was telling you that we must alternate between high and low, that it's digits over 5 and digits under 5 that we must alternate between to make this difference of at least 5 stick around the German whisper line, the Ferris wheel. And I did tell you that we can't put 6s in these positions, so let's remove those. So we have a batch of candidates. I think I might, having done the colouring and having established all the candidates, well, I don't know, I probably won't need the colouring, but I'll leave it there for now. Now, we cannot have 9 on a between line, or 1, because it wouldn't come between 2 other digits. And now, well, we know that either both of these circles are 8 or 9. No, they could be 7, 8 or 9, or that one. Oh, how can that be high, given these pairs? I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at yet. Yes, okay, let's look at the purple lines. Right. This purple line has got 2 of those numbers from 7, 8 and 9 on. And therefore, it doesn't have a 1 on it, because the lowest 2 you could select from those are 7 and 8. And then the line would be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And if you selected the 9, it would be 1 and 2 that were missing from the line. So I'm really focusing on the numbers that are missing from that line. And one of them is a 1. And the other one is either a 2 or a 9 to maintain that 7 long sequence. And the same is going to be true here. This is going to be, well, again, I can put, yes, because we have to select 2 from 7, 8, 9 there, 1 must be off the line, and these 2 that are not on the line, I think again must be from 1, 2 and 9. That's obviously not a 9 in a bulb, so that's a 1 or a 2. Don't think it tells me what the centre, the crossing point is. Hope this puzzle doesn't form some sort of symbol that some people don't like. Doesn't look like it to me, but you never know. What's going on with these? This is a sequence of, yes, okay. This is a sequence of 5 digits that must include a 5. It's either, well, I mean, I could list the sequences, but they all include a 5. But look at these digits. They're not in these cells. So one of those is in this sequence. Maybe both. So the sequence can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. Oh, hang on a second. I've got a 1 in one of these 2 cells. That keeps 1 in box 8 out of those 2. And that gets interesting. Now this can't be 7, because one of those must be at least 3. These can't be 6, and that bears on what we were just talking about. That is now, in fact, a 7-8 pair. These can't be 4 because of being next to 7 or 8. I should have checked this earlier. What else is going on around the wheel? Maybe nothing else yet, but now, 7-8 pair, one of them has to be on this 5 consecutive sequence, this 5-digit consecutive sequence, or both of them. And therefore, 1 is not in that sequence, therefore, because this sequence is either 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the central digit of it is 5, 6, or 7. Oh, and those digits, neither of them can appear here, because they are now a pair. And if you put one of them there, that digit would be on one of the lines coming from there. So both digits, that's beautiful, both digits are in this sequence somewhere. So this is now either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the middle digit is not 5. And the digits surrounding 6 or 7 are either 5, 7 or 6, 8. And the digits surrounding those are either 4, 8 or 5, 9. And that's interesting because one of those is 8 or 9, and that is a triple with those two. That means 7, 8 and 9 are all on this horizontal purple line, and therefore 9 is not in those cells, which are now a 1-2 pair. And further to that, therefore, therefore 4. Well, what's this? This is from, well, it's not from 1, 2. It's not from 7, 8, 9, which form a virtual triple. So it's 3, 4, 5 or 6. But it's not 5 or 6 because they have to be in this sequence. So this is 3 or 4, and it's obviously the low digit on the between lines. Oh, that's lovely. So these, well, one of these is going to be an 8, and that's going to put a 9 in one of these circles. The other one is going to be a 7, and that's going to require an 8 in the other of those circles. I've only just spotted, look at this white dot between these two cells. What's exciting about that is it is the only mirror symmetry disambiguator in the puzzle. That's weird. If that white dot wasn't there, there would be at least 2 solutions because you could just flip everything over. So that must be important. But for now, it's only putting 9, 8 or 7 there. Is that? No, I don't think that plays with that digit yet. Now, 1 and 2 must be in these cells, in this box, along with nothing from 5, 6, 7, 8, which are on those. So along with 3, 4 or 9. That's not quite as exciting and telling as I'd hoped. Gosh, now, what am I forgetting to do in this puzzle? There's no chess move consideration. Oh, the X's. Yes, the X's. Now I've got 8, 9 in the circles. The high digits on the X's are 6 and 7, going with 3 and 4. So the other digits in the row are from 1, 2, and 5. Now, can that really be 9 and that 1? Yeah, probably is the answer. Well, it's not much of an answer, but it's half an answer. Oh, one of these is 8 or 9. Oh, that's interesting. Right, that's interesting because it means one of these two is a 7. And we know that one of these two is a 7. So 7 must appear in those orange cells in those 2 boxes. And obviously in one of these 3. Maybe that's not as interesting as it felt. No, it is interesting because 7 is in one of those 2 cells. So this can't be a 3. And the same is true over here. 7 can never be next to the 3 on the German whisper line. That is giving me 2 1-2 pairs in boxes 4 and 6, which I cannot use yet. Can I? Can you see a way? No. This is great. What next, though? What next? Haven't got an actual digit in this puzzle yet, of course. That would be too much to ask at this point. Seven, 8, 9. So we need to get a 6 into one of these. Is that? That doesn't feel very relevant. Oh, I don't know what I'm missing next. 1, 2, 7. Right, only one of these digits in row 8 can be a 5. The other one is going to make a 1-2 pair. And that's quite interesting because that's going to make one of these digits 3 or 4 and not able to go with the 7 here. But I don't know which side of the grid that happens on. I think I do need to before I can use it. that's a 9, that's a 1, and that's 8, and these would have to be 2, 3. But if it's not a 9, that's a 1, 2 pair, and that's 3, 4, and this is a 9. Wow, these would be 6, 7. I'd have a real lot of action then. I don't know how to use that. Stumbling around a bit now, looking for something else to do in the puzzle. Probably. So we worked out one of these is a 7. So these, yeah, whichever one is a 7 is flanked by 1 and 2 and then has a 5 here. And on the other side, we have a 1 or a 2 there, and then 8 or 9 and 3 or 4. How do we use that, please? I don't know. Right, let's think about this 7, 8 pair again. What's that doing? 7, 8. It's forcing 8 and 9 out here, isn't it? That's quite important, I think. Oh, I haven't thought about these cells for a while. They're going to have to be between 3 and 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to pencil mark that. It seems too much. Right. I need to have a better thought than I've been achieving. This one can't be from 5, 6, 7, or 8. But I suppose it could be 3 or 4 as well. Right. I'm a bit stuck. Sorry. Ones and twos, should I be colouring those? I mean, yeah, there's not a vast amount of point still having the grid coloured with the blue and orange. I was going to remove that. I've done it now. Yeah, it might be geometry next. One of these is a 1, we know that. That was a 3, 4 pair. Oh, there we go. 7 and 8 there can't be touching 4s. It's that simple. So that is a 2, 3 pair. That's going to fix, it gets me a digit in the grid, a 1 at the base of the Ferris wheel. This is now not a 1 or a 2 because there's a 2, 3 pair. So that's a 9. Oh, that's 8. Here we go. Here we go. We've got a 7 at the top of the Ferris wheel, getting the best view possible. That's a 6. Now we know what's going on in this sequence. 5, 7 pair there, 4, 8 pair there. Those aren't 8s. That's a 7, 9 pair. That's become a 3 in the center of the wheel. This is a 5, 6 pair around it. Let's get rid of... No, I'm going to leave those 7 corner marks in because actually they mattered. Now 3, 4, 8, 5, 6, 7. This is a 1, 2, 9 set. That one has to be 2 in its column. 2, 1, 9, 7, 8. These are from 3, 4, 5 and 6. I don't know why there's such a big difference to me between pencil marking 4 possible digits in a cell and 3 and 5, but there is. Now there's a 3 in one of those, so these can't have a 3. Therefore, the outside bits of the X's can't have a 7. There must be a 5 down here. What are the candidate cells? 4, 5, 6. We can't have a 7 because we know there's a 7 in one of those, actually. Now, have we got some X-wings going in these? I mean, we must have somehow. Oh yeah, just read down the column. We need 4 and 5 in those two. So those aren't 4s. In fact, they're sitting next to a 7 on a German whisper line. So they are 1 and 2. Now we've got to have all sorts of X-wings going on. Sort of. These are from 3, 6, 8 and 9. That can't be an 8 since we got that. That means it's odd. And it's sitting on a white dot next to an even cell, and we've disambiguated the sides now. 8 there puts 7 here. That puts 8 here. That puts 9 in the between line. This can still be a 7. There's no problem with a repeat digit, annoyingly. Now what? These... Yeah, okay, where's 9 in this row? That's neat. It can't be in this box because of that. Those are pencil marked. It's not there on the thermo and it's not there on the between line, so it's there. Oh, and this has become a 9 by just Sudoku. That has to be a 7 in the row, that's right. This is now 1 or 2. This one, now hang on, yes, that's a 1-2 pair looking down there. That's what we were going to find. 1 or 2 here, that's a 1-2 pair, so that is 3 or 4. This has to be 8 or 9. This one can't be 8. It's probably going to be 9. No, it's not, because 9 in box 4 goes there, so it's not 9. 9's going to be in one of those 2 cells. That's a surprise. There's an 8 in one of those 2. Just doing Sudoku really now. Always a good move in a Sudoku puzzle, I find. What next? This is 3 or 4 because it can't be. That's a 5, 6, 7 pair, isn't it? These are from. Oh, that's 3 or 4 as well. We're placing 8 in row 5 is what's next. There. Then there's an 8 in one of those cells. This becomes a 9. Those aren't 9. That is 9. That's not. One of these is a 9. That's an X-wing. There's all sorts of X-wings in column 4 and 6. But these white dots might be significant somehow. Yeah, that's interesting. Whichever side you put 4, 5, down here you're going to get 7 on top of 6. What does that do? Yeah, that means that 7 will be on top of 6. 6 must be in one of these cells along with 5. That's what it means. Bingo. So 6 is not in one of these cells, but is in one of these, which are a 3, 6 pair. That's giving me an X-wing on 6s, which I can use here. Look, there must, in the 4 cells I've highlighted down here, there must be 2 6s because of the 3, 6 pair in row 8 and the 5, 6 pair in row 4. That means that 6 has been used up in columns 3 and 7 in those cells as well, and this must be a 7. That is, I don't know. I mean, I've mentioned other X-wings in this puzzle, but that feels like the first sort of vaguely advanced step somehow. Sorry if I'm being a fool about that. Now, 1 there has made this a 2. Hadn't noticed this before. That just deals with all the 1s and 2s I've got going on. Lovely. Okay, these will just have to unwind themselves in some way. Now, did I ever manage to unwind these? No, I didn't. I'm going to have to do that via these cells. That's really weird. Or via the X's down here. That's more likely, actually. That's not a 5 anymore. Right, 91725. What is this? This can't be a 3 because of the between lines rule. So that's worth using, hopefully. 9, 8, 7. We need a 1 in one of those cells. Oh, yes. Oh, Sudoku. 2, 2. And we can't put a 2 there because of the 1, 2 pair. We put a 2 there. In fact, 1, 1. That pair is really useful. That gives me a 1 there. So now I've got a 1 X-wing down in the bottom, or in rows 7 and 9. 2s. And I need a 2 here in row 2. And that's going to give me a 2 in one of these places, along with the... Oh no, there's a 2, 3 pair. That's resolved my 1s and 2s down here. Lovely. 1, nothing there. Okay, so it hasn't finished columns 4 and 6, but it's done 1s and 2s everywhere else, I think. Good. Good, good, good. Now, this bottom row, these are from 3, 4, 7. I need a 5 in one of those cells. I can't see which. I'm going to have to do something with these, I think, to... Oh no, or with 3 and 6. Yeah, well, let's see what we can do with these. Let's look at these top cells. This is not a 5. Yeah, that's sort of interesting. 5 in row 2 is now in one of those places. And in, oh, I don't know, 9, 1, 2, 7, there is an 8 there. Oh, gosh, I feel close, but maybe we've still got work to do. 7, 9, one of these is a 4 in the column, so that's not a 4. Oh, so that's a 3, 6, 8 triple in row thingy, in row 2. That's good. So we can put 8 in there, and this is either 4 or 5. That's weird. How did that... I don't really know what happened there, but there we go. 8 in one of those places. We need a 7 now in one of these two. In fact, that is a 7. And that's not. And one of the... Oh, look, I've got a 3, 4 pair in the final column as well. Yeah, that's left me with an X-wing on 7s. But that 3, 4 pair puts 5 or 6 in the corner. This box looks like it wants to resolve itself, but... Or for me to resolve it maybe more appropriately. That's 4, 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9... This one, 4, 5, 6 or 7, the rule, the between line rule, not resolving that for me at all. Oh, I can't believe these aren't sorted a bit more yet. That 4, 5 pair, that was so weird. 1, 2, 9, 7, 8. I've got these 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities everywhere. That can't be a 4 because we worked out 4 was in one of those cells. Now that can't be 5. So down, oh, this can't be 6 either. 2, 5, 9, 6, 1. That is 3, 4 or 8. How, come on, puzzle, sort yourself out. Don't make me do all the heavy lifting. What's going on here? Why can't I do this? Have I forgotten something on the whisper line? Yes. 7 can't be next to 3. My favourite combination that I always miss. I've been missing it for literally hours. No, not literally hours, but quite a while. That's gonna do all of this stuff, isn't it? Come on. 9, no it's not. But that 3, pick up the thread. Oh, that just fell short. But maybe we can resolve these now somehow. If that was 4, 5, that would be 7, 6, and that would be 8. Oh, I can't believe that's not done. That's so irritating. Okay. If I could even do those. That would filter out here. Oh, that was a 6 X-Wing that I forgot about. That can't be a 6. That is 4 or 5. This can't be a 6 by that X-Wing. So the 6 in box 3 is in the corner. That might actually turn out to be very helpful. Yeah, look, that sorts out the 6 X-Wing. That does the 4-3, or oh, what am I just doing there? The X pair in row 8. This is going to do it. This is going to do it. Come on. 4, 5. That's a 3. That's not a 3. That's a 3. This is going to do it. That 4 has done this sequence of white dots. That's beautiful. What a clever puzzle this is. This is lovely. 5, 6. Right. Now we're right there. 4, 5 pair there. This is an 8. That's not. This is an 8 in the corner. That's a 3, 4 pair in the bottom row. So that's a 7. Let's hope my pencil marking has not let me down. 3 and 4 here. They're done. 5 and 4 there. Box 9 must be done now. 5, 4, 6. Yes. 4, 7, 3 there. 6 here. 5 here. It's all coming together nicely. 4, 3. So that German Whisper connection was important, but not the only thing that mattered, thank goodness. 6 and 4 there. Lovely. I'm leaving. Oh, I was leaving the corner till last, but it turns out not to be a 3. It's a 5. And there we go. That is correct. Wow, 200 solves in the last month. Well done to anybody who's seen that puzzle and knocked it out. That's beautiful, actually. That's as elegant as it is pretty on the screen. Well done, Jobo. Lovely stuff. Thank you all for watching, as always, and we really appreciate you spending your time with us. And hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.